Making mistakes can be embarrassing, but it's a part of life.
I've made a huge mistake.
Some people own up to it, recognize their error, and improve. Others make excuses. Show up to work late, there was traffic. Miss a pop fly, sun was in my eyes. Forget to do your homework, of course the dog ate it. Now, if you've been around long enough, you probably have a pretty good BS detector and can tell when someone's making excuses. So when Democrats came out with their latest reason for why they're going to get shellacked in the midterms, it raised some red flags. Apparently, U.S. intelligence officials told the AP that Russia may start a new campaign to meddle in our elections, but they also admit that there's no evidence this is actually going to happen. So if there's no proof, then why is this story coming out now? Well, pretty soon Democrats are going to lose like they've never lost before, and they need an excuse. Otherwise, they'd have to admit that their policies are failing and voters hate them. This should sound familiar. Hillary Clinton got the Trump-Russia investigation started back in 2016, and she's already saying if Trump runs and wins in 2024, well, it's because he cheated.
If he's not held accountable, then, he gets to do it again, and he gets to try to squeak through the Electoral College because he's going to have, hand-picked people running elections in critical states. I think that could be the end of our democracy.
It'll be the end of our democracy if we don't lock them up. Okay, Crooked. Man, these people think we're stupid. The truth is, they're the stupid ones. Most of these politicians don't even know how much gas costs in their own home states. Watch.
Congressman Ryan, how much is gas in Ohio?
Senator Kelly, do you know how much gas prices are in Arizona? Senator Hassan, how much are gas prices in New Hampshire? Congresswoman, do you know how much gas prices are in Florida?
All right, you take care of yourself.
Do you know how much gas prices are in Florida, Congresswoman?
They either don't know or they don't want to answer because it's their policies driving the prices up. Even Democrats' allies in the press can't spin the numbers. They know a storm is coming, and they're trying to get ahead of it by throwing Joe Biden under the bus. After taking a look at consumer sentiment, which measures how Americans feel about the economy, NBC's Chuck Todd gave Biden an F.
When Biden took office, it sat at 79. It went up a little bit in sort of B-plus territory when the COVID response improved. It is now sitting at 62.8. That is basically a failing grade.
Usually, MSNBC would be right there to call it a messaging problem, but not this time.
It's more than just messaging. It's more than whether or not Democrats have a slogan that says Democrats deliver. It's what are we actually going to do to intervene to try to lower prices, lower inflation.
All of this happened while the Democrats were in power. Right. You told us to put you in power. We put you in power, and now I can't afford the life I'm living.
Look at the polls. Biden is in deep trouble. Huge disapproval ratings on crime, immigration, the economy, inflation. And his buddies in the media can't help him this time. They're stabbing him right in the back. The media is now blasting Democrats for the very policies that they in the media have been promoting.
Can you explain to white woke leaders, can you explain to them that they're not only losing white dudes in the upper Midwest, they're losing people of color?
They're losing people of color because they really don't get the people of color's life. If you are living in a city, in a neighborhood that is inundated with crime, and you act like that is not an issue, you've already lost me.
Do you believe this? The media promoted this stuff, woke garbage, for years. They used it to cancel conservatives. They downplayed the crime wave. And then all of a sudden, when the Democrats are getting clobbered in the polls, the media wants to report on it and says, see, this is what's killing you guys. These are the same people that said, don't worry about inflation. They wrote pieces about why inflation is a good thing. They banged the defund the police drum. They ignored the record high crime and demonized strong borders. The media should take some of the blame for the mess the Democrats are facing in the midterms. They've been cheerleading the policies that got them into this hole the whole time.
What we're calling for is defund because we need to reprioritize. Instead of saying, let's give them more money for training, instead, let's take away some of that money.
While nobody likes to pay more, on average, we have the money to do so. Household savings hit a record high.
You get the sense that America's gone to hell, declining quality of life. America is an apocalyptic hellscape. Yes, there is a crime problem, but the way it's described on Fox, you'd be afraid to leave your house.
At this point, I've got to say, how stupid are Americans who still believe there's a crisis on the southern border?
It's like a bad kid your parents wouldn't let you play with growing up. The mainstream media is a horrible influence. They created this sick incentive structure for Democrats. You invite them on to come on the TV show, you know, to raise their profile, get some clout, as long as they agree with the dangerous narratives that the nutty host is pushing. And now that the chickens have come home to roost, the media is pretending like they weren't accessories to these crimes, hanging Biden and the Democrats out to dry. You'd think after the collusion hoax, the Democrats would have learned its lesson. As the saying goes, fool me once, shame on you. Fool me twice, shame on me.
Hey, Sean Hannity here. Hey, click here to subscribe to Fox News YouTube page and catch our hottest interviews and most compelling analysis. You will not get it anywhere else.